Hi, my name is Rob from PrecisionLock.com. This is my first YouTube video. What we're going to do today is we're going to learn how to rekey a mortise cylinder. This is a mortise cylinder. It's a 1-inch from the face to the back. You'll find this kind of lock in a storefront door, usually aluminum door with glass is your storefront door. On the back you have 2 screws and a cam. This is called an Adams right cam. The reason why they call it that, it's for the insert in the storefront door. It's called, it's usually made by Adams Right, which is the company. But today we're going to repin this lock. What you're going to need is a number 1 screwdriver. This is the number 1 tip on the screwdriver. You're going to need the original key that fits this lock. And you're going to need what they call a plug follower. This is a plug follower. There are different kinds of plug followers. There's master followers, but this is kind of follower that is used for this type of lock. So let's get started. First, we're going to remove the cam screws, which is in the back of the lock, with your number 1 screwdriver. You want to take these and you want to set them aside, and you don't want to drop them or lose them. I worked out of the back of my car and I have dropped these locks in the parking lot on asphalt, which is nice and black, and it's hard to find, so it took me a while to find them again because I didn't have any extra screws. What we're going to do is I'll take the cam off just like this. This is the cam. This is what it looks like. Adams right cam. And what I usually do is I'll put this right here and I'll take my screws and I'll stick them inside so I won't lose them. Okay, so you have the lock. You're going to insert the key. You're going to turn it to the 3 o'clock position, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, in that area there. 2 or 3 in that area there. You'll take your plug follower and you want to line it up to the groove, and you're going to push the follower through the lock until it comes out the other side. And you're going to take your plug and you're going to sit down your lock, and this is what the inside of the lock looks like. These are the pins. Take the key out, the key in. Should line up to the shear line, which is actually flush with the plug. So we're going to repin this. So what we're going to do is going to take the key out, set it aside, find a new set of keys. Here's a new set of keys here. This is a Vista key. It'll fit a quick set key. This happens to be a mortise cylinder with a quick set cylinder or plug in it, keyway. Vista is an aftermarket of quick set. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your pins in the plug and you're going to just dump them out. That's nice and empty, nothing in there. You're going to take your new key, you're going to slide it in. Now on your keys, they have these numbers on the bow of the key, and that's usually the bitting for that key. Bittings are the cuts inside, the key cuts where they are. So we got a bitting of 1, 3, 1, 2, 2. So what you're also going to need is a pinning kit, which I have one right here. Yeah, it's not in the video, but it's right to my side. And my first pin I'm going to take out is going to be a number 1. So I'm going to go to my pinning kit, get a number 1 pin. There's a number 1 pin. I'm going to stick it in the first hole. Sometimes you'll drop them, which is okay. Get another pin, no big deal. Alright. Usually, the bitting is from the bow of the key to the tip of the key. Very important. So my first one is 1. So my first cut, my first bitting is going to be, oh, you can see too good, is this little notch right here on the key. Insert the key, I put the number 1 pin in there, and it should line up. It looks pretty good. So my next one's going to be 3. I'll take a number 3 pin. going to set it in. I'm going to look at it, and that looks good. So it's 1, 3, 1. We get number 1. 1, 3, 1. In there. 2, 2. So I get 2 pin, looks good. And number 2 pin looks good there. Now usually at this time, which I don't have with me at the moment, this is a great time to lubricate the lock. You want to use graphite. It's a powdery black substance. Basically, what I think it really is the old pencils. When you sharpen it, you had this black powdery substance. That's what you call graphite. Locks love graphite. I don't recommend using WD-40 or anything like that. If you use WD-40, what's going to happen in time is wherever you have on your keyway, when you put it in the lock, it's going to stay inside the lock. So you might have lint, hair, dirt, whatever. With graphite, you won't have that. It's a nice powdery substance. Our saying is that locks love lubrication. Good thing to get in the habit of doing. All right, now that we have our lock all repinned to the new key, we're going to reinsert the plug back into the mortise cylinder. And we're going to do that just the opposite way if we took it out. We're going to put the plug against the hole and still in the 3 o'clock position. And we're just going to push the plug all the way through. So it goes all the way. You're going to take your follower and set it aside. And you want to test it. You make sure you push the key up against the plug because you don't want the plug to come out. And it's rotated nicely. So that means that it is the correct bitting to the new key. Now to pull the key out, you want to make sure that you push your thumbs against the plug and slowly remove the key. So that way you don't pull that plug out. And what happens when you pull the plug out, all your springs and top pins inside the cylinder here is going to explode. So you don't want that to happen. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip your lock back over. And now it's time to put your cam back on. And your cam screws. Make sure that when you put your cam screws in, make sure that you do it nice and straight. If you feel like any kind of resistance, that means that you are stripping the screw, the cam screw, or you're stripping the threads inside the lock, which you don't want to happen. So if you have any kind of resistance, take the screw back out and realign it again. And make sure that you're up and down, ready to go. Feels pretty good. Slide it on in. Okay. Take your new keys, test it again. Turns. That's what you want. Remove the key. Insert the old key. Doesn't turn. That's what you don't. That's what you want. You don't want your old key to work and your new key locked. All right. So that's pretty much it for repinning a mortise cylinder. Let's talk about the kind of money you can make being a locksmith. If I was on the road today and someone called me up and said, I want you to rekey my cylinder, and it's only one cylinder, I would charge them a $60 service call, which is, you can call it a service call or a trip charge. That means it's going to cost them $60 for me just to show up to the property. Then I would charge them a flat rate to rekey the cylinder. I charge $15 a cylinder. So in my whole 10 minutes worth of work, I made $75. Not bad for 10 minutes worth of work. Being a locksmith, there's a lot of money to be made. Also keep in mind, if you decide to become a locksmith, the training, the cost of the tools and equipment does cost a lot of money. So if you think we're charging too much money to the customer, just think how much all that equipment costs you. There's definitely great money in being a locksmith. I would recommend you to learn as much as you can and venture out to become a locksmith. Once again, my name is Rob. I'm from precisionlock.com. Come visit us on our website. That's precision-lock.com. I'm gonna have future videos for you guys to learn from. I hope you keep watching. I hope you like my first video. This is my first video. So everybody have a great day. Thanks.